Hello and welcome to Dungeons 4. This game is another entry in my Steam Next Fest exploration, and while it may be a slight departure from my usual fare, it's also not, because in the end, the Dungeons games, as well as the War for the Overworld and Dungeon Keeper long before either, are kind of a classic city builder at the bottom. Well, literally at the bottom, because they are underground in, the underworld, I guess. So, I have played predecessors, the aforementioned predecessors, as well as Dungeons 3. I never played the first and second. But it's been a long time. And it's kind of an interesting jump back into the sort of subgenre. This game releases in November 9th. And it comes from developer Realmforge Studios and publisher Calypso Media. And as I mentioned, is an entry in Steam Next Fest this week. So if you're interested in this type of game, by all means, check it out there on Steam and give it a try. And let me know what you think about it. If you've tried it already and you're watching this during the premiere, by all means, let me know in the chat. Otherwise, if not, let me know in the comments or come to my Discord. The link is in the description below. And let me know what you think about this there. Because depending on what you think may, of course, guide whether I pull this game or bring this game to the channel in November. So let's just go ahead and jump in and see what the story is. I have played through the first part of the demo already. And while the first part of the interactive part of the introduction is a little off genre a bit, the game does get to the point, so to speak. It does get us into the genre and give us the ability to take a look at what it actually what the game is actually about. So let's go ahead and jump into the campaign, and we can start back in here at the last stand.
Talia set about destroying the last remaining heroes. Amongst others, her stepbrother Tristan.
Alright, and we're going to play this on the easy difficulty. There are, of course, 3 difficulty levels, but we're going to play it on easy just because reasons. And let's go ahead and jump in and get started.
Once upon a time, long, long ago in, well, you know the rest, the absolute evil had, in the fabulous predecessor to this game, taken over the entire overworld with its creatures. Now it spent its time on debauched parties and... Wait a minute. The entire overworld? No! One small village of indomitable heroes still held out against the invaders. The unamused evil was beside itself with rage. But all this was about to change once and for all, because the remote controlling evil sent its most vicious general into the field, the Dark Elf Thalya. Talia, also known from the fabulous predecessor, came back from her vacation in a thoroughly good mood. Before that, she had defeated her foster father, the paladin Thanos. This fact is important to note. For this last remaining village of heroes was protected by none other than Tristan, foster son of Thanos and Talia's stepbrother. This proud warrior in shining, his handsome heroic chest accentuating armor, was the last glimmer of hope for the forces of good. Talia, who had fully embraced the dark side, couldn't wait to really kick her stepbrother's ass. And so our story begins.
All right. One thing I should mention, probably should have mentioned at the beginning, is the language is a little cruder in this game than I usually play, as you probably already gathered.
Good were fighting for their survival. This seemed to be the perfect time for Tristan to make his appearance, the last mighty hero of the good races.
My brothers! In your eyes I see the same fear that would lead me to despair. The day may come when the courage of true heroes is extinguished, when we abandon our companions and all bonds of friendship are broken. But that day is still far off. Stand fast! Heroes of the West!
And with those familiar-sounding words, Tristan charged into battle to the cheers of his men. The heroes of good had managed to capture some of the evil creatures. Nevertheless, it was more than questionable whether a few minor victories and a brilliant speech could do anything against the absolute evil's armies. A storm of darkness and gloom descended, heralding the arrival of Talia, the absolute evil's general. This entrance not only panicked the defenders of good, but also seemed to strengthen the creatures of evil.
Hey, I'm back! Time to kick a little hero butt. Forward, creatures! Show me what you can do! Punch 'em smack dab in the mouth! Smash 'em in the face! Oh, and just as a precaution, get me my handbook of worn-out third-rate catchphrases. Ha! If my eyes don't deceive me, that's my stupid stepbrother Tristan over there too, just waiting for me to lovingly put his head on a spear. Ha! Today is gonna be a good day.
Talia seemed to be very sure of victory. Some might find this puzzling, as it was the beginning of a long new campaign. But okay, maybe the rest of the missions are nothing but a string of debauched victory celebrations. Who knows?
No. And so the game gives us credits as we play through this initial part here, which is kind of an interesting way to do it. You'll see the names of various people and companies showing up over here as we play. But I do want to go into the options and show you that, well, if you want to knock down how much the narrator at least talks, you can do that here. Determines how often unimportant narrator dialogues are played. Note, this will also deactivate several recurring reminders. We're going to leave them on just because, well, that's kind of the, I don't know, spirit of the game. But if you do not want them, you do not have to have them on to any level. I think all the way down to none here. Yeah, completely down to none, and so on. Just so you know that exists. And also, this game is very, 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 very known for breaking the fourth wall. So we're going to see a lot of that coming in as we continue through the through this demo version, which I'm amused by. They do it awfully I don't know, excessively, I think, but it's also funny.
Pitiful opponents, I'm gonna massacre you. If I can just remember how that works again.
Fortunately, Talia's instincts took over at this point, something which wannabe pro gamers often refer to as auto-attack. Talia also remembered that she had a few skills that she could invoke whenever she felt like it.
Oh, right! Boom! That's how it's done.
So her abilities are greatly exaggerated here in this initial, I don't know, whatever you call this, introductory scenario here. You don't have nearly this much power going into the regular part of the game, it doesn't seem. But it's fun for the storytelling, I guess.
Hey, did someone actually cage my subordinates? Ah, forget that. I'm the only one who's allowed to do that. Time to bust these things open, pulverize them, nuke them!
So I can also keep activating
Talia's
this.
fury descended to plunge the land into blackness. Your
Ooh, shadow
creatures had
tentacles.
destroyed a cage. Talia had
sounds
freed
like fun.
all the creatures. Not to be outdone by her stepbrother, she too gave a brilliant speech.
Speech? Sure. Creatures! Time to punch the do-gooders right in the kisser! Forward! Punch them in the face, kick them in the shins, break their belt buckles so they trip on their pants.
Yes, very inspiring.
All right, let's move on. So I don't know if they always will use these additional abilities, or if it's something that or how that works exactly. It seems like she's already using the ranged attack because we're seeing that level of damage.
She goaded her creatures on one more time.
Another speech? Oh. Ding
Oh, I got more.
dong, the hero's dead. That okay?
Honestly, I don't know if I can work with you like this. After Talia's words, the creatures surged forward and flocked to their linguistically under-talented leader, or would like to, but the defenses on the left and right flanks made progress impossible. Talia had to destroy them in order to receive further support.
Alright, let's destroy them then. Let's go do that.
The hero's left defensive flank could no longer withstand the breaching evil's creatures.
Let's do it. Okay. It's a little tough to select a big group of
The
units.
hero's defense collapsed on the right flank.
I guess we need to
The
keep going.
monstrous evil's creatures flocked to Talia.
Excellent. I can always use more cannon fodder. I mean, loyal subordinates.
Mm-hmm.
Hasta la vista, hero boy.
Well, still can't get him to select properly. I don't think. I'm up to 38, though. I don't know if that's everybody or not, but it might
Talia, stepsister, you dare to show your face here after killing our foster father?
Yeah. Is that a trick question? You can see I'm here. Thanos deserved what he got. And I thought to myself, hey, like father, like son.
You will pay for your deeds, sister. The light will protect me. Sister, turn from evil and come back to the side of good. See the power of light.
With these words, Tristan was bathed in a golden light that seemed to protect him. As if that were not troublesome enough, a number of magical portals opened at the same time.
As if this wasn't dragging on way too long already. Can't we just jump straight to the point where I greedily take over the world? Forward, creatures! Smash the portals! Flatten that magic junk! Pull the plug!
My brothers! In your eyes, I see the same fear that would lead me to despair. The day may come when the courage of true heroes is extinguished, when we abandon our companions and all bonds of friendship are broken. But
damaging
that
them?
day is still far
Here we are.
off. Stand fast, heroes of the West!
Oh, didn't you spout that same bullshit earlier? In exactly the same words.
No, not at all. I am known for my brilliant speeches, wicked stepsister.
I seem to remember that whenever you were supposed to speak in front of the class, we had to get a mop.
You'll pay for that. Onward, faithful! Destroy the evil!
Destroy the portal. Okay, let's do it. That's a little bit of damage. Yeah, there we go. And then we can go take him on again, I think.
All the magical portals have been destroyed, and with them, Tristan's shield went up in smoke.
That's the way I like it. Now, where were we? Oh, yeah. I was just about to kick my stepbrother's butt.
Let's see if we can do the tentacle thing here again. Except that he portaled himself out of it, so that didn't do any good.
Sister, it doesn't have to end this way. Join me. Together we can still save the world.
Oh, can't
I should also be clicking that every 30 seconds.
And
haven't been. Well,
Talia, this isn't the end. We'll meet again.
With these words, Tristan quickly created a portal and threw himself through it with the last of his strength. The portal closed again behind him.
Treachery! Fraud! Cheater! This was supposed to be my victory! And what the hell kind of glove is that anyway? Looks to me like game design forgot to balance the thing properly.
Maybe the people in charge were still too captivated by your great speech. It brought tears to my eyes too, however, not of emotion.
As if the bird brains these evil creatures have needed grand speeches. A few skulls to bash in, and the social calendar for the evening is filled.
Well, each to their own. But apparently, Tristan had suffered a mishap, as the aforementioned magic glove still lay in the place where it was last used. It would seem that he had accidentally lost it.
Wonderful. This thing is just what I need. Très chic. I'll, just grab that right away.
And so our story begins.
alright, so that's the first 10 minutes or so.
Tristan had managed to give Talia the slip, but she had been able to capture his magic glove. The Gauntlet of Finitude, a fabled artifact. Unfortunately, UI overlays don't work in cutscenes, so Talia couldn't read just exactly what the glove did. Nevertheless, she proudly presented it to the Absolute Evil in its form as the Dungeon Lord. And so misfortune took its course, because at the same time, Talia wanted to demonstrate how loudly she could snap her fingers. But this snap, which would go down in the history books as the Dungeon Lord snap, unleashed horrific forces that were discharged into the Dungeon Lord himself. As Talia rose to her feet, the gauntlet had disappeared, and the Dungeon Lord lay dying. Viewers often began to cry at this point, because it made them think back to the last really good superhero movie. Talia mourned for about 5 seconds. Talia had shattered the realms of good and served them onto the absolute evil on a silver platter, while it had actually done nothing at all. So Talia now became the absolute ruler. She had no clue about how to rule, but more than made up for it with hubris and consistently ignoring glaring problems. In addition, she surrounded herself with a staff of incompetent advisors. What could possibly go wrong? 10 minutes later, Tristan had captured Talia, locked her in a cage, and put the armies of absolute evil to flight. And so the story ends. We'll tell you how the story continues in overpriced microtransaction bites. Oh, wait, wrong script. That's a different developer. Hang in there, I've almost got it. While Talia was ignominiously taken away, the unused essence of absolute evil continued to float through the ether. It wasn't about to admit defeat that easily, but for evil to triumph once again, it needed Talia back, for better or for worse. And so the swirling essence of absolute evil set about commanding the perplexed-looking chaotic hordes and freeing Talia.
All right.
Hammer time. Round 2. The essence of absolute evil held the Horde together and rose to the challenge of vicious dwarven engineering.
Once again, we'll play on easy, and we can jump into the second scenario.
Tristan! Let me out of this damned cage, you stupid little good elf. Otherwise, I'll have a hard time wringing your scrawny neck. What the hell do you want from me anyway?
Talia, stepsister, your deplorable deeds must not go unpunished. You have slain our foster father Tanos, a blasphemous affront to our goddess, whom you, to top it all off, have also slain. But we will have plenty of time to argue on our journey. I am here for the stone. Brynhild, if you please.
You know you can, you little cutie. Oi! Go on, you lazy lot. Get that destroyer of worlds class hammer going.
Talia had been captured. Only the bubbling around the place essence of absolute evil could save her. It was amusing to leave Talia in the clutches of her brother. But on the other hand, without her help, the shapeless evil would probably just roam the countryside as a disembodied something or other, and at best be hired for third-rate horror movies. Fortunately, a forgotten dungeon heart lying in the underground could quickly be reactivated. Together with the creatures of the Horde, it would be easy to smash the do-gooder
I like that they're
heroes
sweeping
there
and dusting.
to smithereens. The wafting evil had to get rid of that dwarven contraption on the Overworld, as it posed a threat to the underground, and with it, the dungeon heart. It was therefore necessary to build a mighty dungeon, or rather, to have one built, because, as a wafting essence, the disembodied evil could not do much itself.
All right, so in true dungeon game fashion, we're going to dig out big square rooms. Now some other folks can come hopefully and help. Yep, there they come. Anybody else want to help? Could use a couple more helpers. Little snots. You can, as in previous games, right-click on them to slap them to make them work faster. And we need to build the treasury. And I think we do that here in the construction menu. But we need to research it first. Is it going to tell me to do that? Yeah, here it goes. Okay, and now we can unlock the dungeon category here, and then the treasury building, and then go in and build said treasury. There we go. And they will, of course, build all that for us, and then we will have some money.
The gold-hungry evil had built a treasury. The meager amount that could be stored in the throne room was simply not even close to enough for a proper gold bar.
Alright, the next thing we have to build is a gobbler farm in a 5x5. We're digging out the 5x5 so you can find the gobbler farm. Here it is. Unlock that. And we can be ready to build it when the time comes here. Gobblers, of course, the chickens that we are familiar with from the original Dungeon Keepers. And there we go. Build that, please. And then we also need a hideout. The hideout, let's see, Vault of Evilness, Little Snots, Throne Room, Orc, Naga, Hideout. Okay, so you have to unlock this Horde category to get the hideout. Are you going to tell me where you want me to put this, or do I get to pick finally? I'm guessing we're going to want to put it in the hallway.
The gluttony-loving evil
There it
had
is.
built a gobbler farm. Here, delicious gobblers were raised to serve as food for the
Delicious.
Horde.
I was correct. We're going to continue the hallway. Creatures, army, main menu, traps and doors. All the usual goodness. Yeah, so some of this is gold, some of it is just dirt. What are we doing on... We are maxed out on gold, so they're going to do...
Payday! Creatures are collecting their pay.
They're going to earn some money, or to make their money. But we actually... Oh no, they're not, because we don't... They don't earn anything. The snots don't. But we didn't have any other jobs because we maxed out on gold here, 3,000. So I'll have to scoop this all out. We do have some chickens, some gobblers. That's good. That'd be tasty. Guess I could probably start building some of this in case there's more workers that could come and do some work. And then we can let them finish and continue the build. Come back, come to work. There you go. Good job, everybody.
The sheltering evil had built a hideout for the Horde's creatures.
Oh, I see.
These could henceforth build themselves a place to rest there.
So that's what the factions are. Those are the four things are the factions: the dungeon, the horde, the demons, the undead. So each research has sets up the maximum level for your creatures or little snots, and with each research level, the population maximum is reached. It also unlocks further research. All right, so let's go into here, and we want to unlock Naga and Orc, and then come in here and recruit.
The army-raising evil had recruited its first creature, a bit
Couple of each.
underwhelming considering that it was sitting on the throne of the gods a short time ago. But fresh starts are never easy. The evilest evil could use the hand of terror, not only to intervene, but also to lend its little snots the impetus they needed by giving them a spirited slap. The attitude-adjusting evil had struck one of its little snots. Frightened, the detestable evil had earned some delicious evilness. Excellent things could be done with it, such as exploring new stuff. However, first, a place had to be found where the evilness could be stored. The absolute evil quickly built a vault of evilness.
Alright, we have more to dig. So I'm kind of reading these, but I'm not reading them out loud. But if you're watching along, you can pause and read if you need to. We earn some evilness. Alright, so we're going to unlock the Vault of Evilness too, I assume. Throne room, little snots. There it is, right there. And then we can build some of that. Let them get started on this a little bit, and then we can do what we did for the last one too, and build this in kind of parts. That way we get as many of the workers as possible working on things. These little snots need to do their work. A little bit more. 150, whatever it's called, to build the vault. Evil, I guess.
Glamorous evil had built a vault of evilness. This allowed it to henceforth store evilness and use it.
Good.
Oi! No need to sit around being lazy when we could be picking up a little gold while we're here, eh? On you go, lads. Grab the nearest gold vein.
Sooner or later, the greedy dwarves would dig their way into the dungeon. the perfidious evil used a workshop to prepare traps to stop the gold-stealing dwarves in their tracks.
Okay, so build a create-o-mat in the workshop and then build a spike trap. We don't have a workshop yet, so I'm guessing we have to do that. Oh, we can upgrade the dungeon level here. That gives us more stuff to build, including the workshop. All right. And so that, did you give me a place you want me to build it, or can I do I get to pick?
Fine thing.
I'm putting it over here.
Research could not only make new units or rooms available, but also increase the maximum number of little snots or creatures.
Be used to store toolboxes, which you need to build work units or traps. All right.
The hard work allowing evil had built a tinkerer's cave. Here, little snots could use the work units to make toolboxes,
and then we can build
which were needed for the more extravagant dungeon accoutrements.
And then we can build a spike trap at the create-o-mat.
Creatures are collecting their pay.
Okay. Luckily, we don't have to pay very much for payday. So we can make a... Oops, wrong button. Make a trap. I see, okay. And then we also need to research dungeon level 3, which is this here.
The workforce hoarding evil had increased its maximum little snot limit, and now had access to even more of the industrious little creatures.
Research gnome. Okay. Do I need to... Oh, I need to have more coin for that. Okay. In that case, we will just have to keep collecting this gold vein like crazy. Actually, you all can work harder.
Oi! How long is this stone thing going to take, lads? Snookums and I weren't planning on dying of old age here.
I sure hope not, because I have a whole different set of plans for just how you lot are gonna die here.
Until your snouts have created 3 toolboxes. Okay. It looks like we're gonna have to do this, which then opens this up once we have the money. Okay, good. Once we have the money. So this is an unpenetrable rock of some kind here. Impenetrable? That's the word. Alright, and then let's do this. And then army. No, this one. A couple of those. Now we're out of money again. I'm going to see what this does when it's done. Alright, there's a crate. So that's what we need to have the spike traps for? Yeah. Spike trap, and then you want to put those in, or that in, right here. There you go. Wait until your low sons have finished building the work unit. Alright. I'm guessing the red line is their plan, or path of attack. Could be either, could be both.
The cunning evil had placed the first traps. This would make it much harder for the greedy dwarves to steal the gold from the treasury, or even destroy the dungeon heart itself.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so we can recruit a couple more creatures then. Should we go with more orcs and naga or gnomes? Range fighter, area damage, extremely short range. Range, combat, magic, medium range, can heal a single hard character over time. Melee fighter, physical damage, abundant life energy. I think we'll go with one of each of these. That'll be good. She dropped in over here for whatever weird reason. Alright. That might be all the tasks now, so now we can just go over here and attack the dwarves at some point. Of course, we can let these guys kind of level up a little bit, maybe. I don't know if they're leveling up or not. May or may not be. Doesn't seem like they are. We might not be able to level them up yet. Doors, floor traps, simple traps. Throne room we have. So we have all the things. We're maxed out on these two. Hideout we have. Goblin we have. And we can't get into these two yet. Or we don't have Goblin yet. Okay. I guess I could have possibly done a couple of Goblins instead, but that's okay. 2 boxes and 12 chicken gobblers. So I think... Do I want to wait for them to get here, or do I want to just let them in early? Given that we've done everything so far, I think we'll just let them in a little early. Sending some of our little snots over here to deal with. We should be pretty maxed out on gold now, but it's just a payday. Not yet. We're getting there. We max out at 3,200 gold now. Oh, we are actually removing these things. These are just longer term whatevers.
Oi! Something dug into my little gold mine.
Here they come.
Yeah! And it had to be stinking orcs, whose skulls are at best used as toilet paper holders in the lavatory.
But you
okay,
all...
Boys,
no, don't do that.
tear this joint to the ground!
Dwarves had opened a passage into the dungeon. The little snots immediately executed Order 67, as they had been instructed to do by Talia in such a case, which meant that they ran through the dungeon with their arms flapping wildly. At the same time, they opened the secret trap cache, so that the tricky evil could give the dwarves a very warm welcome.
I thought you could pick up more than one, but maybe you can't in this game.
I'm sure you're shedding a tear right now as you hire the next 3. Later, you may also be able to resurrect these creatures.
What's one dead creature if it gets one closer to the goal of freeing me? Come on! Free!
Oi! Did you little honey buns forget your little baby bottles? Or how did you manage to lose to a bunch of lousy orcs? But fine. We still have some reinforcements here. Reinforcements? Attack!
Alright, so we need to build more
Obviously, the
traps.
danger from the dwarves had not yet been neutralized. Luckily, the little snots had made a few traps in their spare time, and they were only too happy to make available to the all-consuming evil.
Take this crap out of here. And destroy the Dwarven Great Hall. Can I just do this? That's a little easier. I can even pick up all units. That's useful. That'd been nice to have noticed earlier. Oh well. That's what you get, Wally, for paying attention. Alright, you don't think I built all the traps? Interesting. What else do we want for traps? Slime traps? Good. Ooh, that could be good. Let's do some more of these. Can I rotate them? Apparently not. Let's build a bunch of traps anyway. Yeah, let's see if I can find a key binding for oh, evil laughter L. That's nice. Rotate. O to rotate work unit. All right, let's try it. O for rotate. There we go. All right, build what you can when you can. It's a pretty good sized base they got there. Like how they carry them in stacks like that. Pretty nice. Saw traps, pushers, and threshers. Alright, we are pretty low on the gold front now. We go knock on their door. Kind of want to let them get these traps in place, though. Plus, that gets us through this step here for the evil we earn. I also don't know if there's a way to speed the game up or not. Haven't really noticed any sort of speed controls, so maybe there's not. I suppose we could recruit one more.
Payday.
Ooh, we lost somebody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we lost somebody. Ooh, they're here. There we go. Take them out. Ooh, level up. I see a leveled up orc, I think. Another hungry. And as soon as the imps get some of this stuff built, or the goblins, or whoever's doing it, or gnomes, I mean, not goblins. This is pretty full. Vault of Evilness. 697 out of 720. We've done a lot of evil. I might be waiting on the little crates and things, though. Although they appear to be here. Is it that because they're mining the gold? I'm also nearly out of gold. Also, we are only mining 1 gold, apparently. One node. So we'll want to get that other one started there.
A gold vein is almost exhausted.
Yeah, that's scaring me a little bit. I mean, we do have a little bit more gold scattered like here, but it's only like 100 at a time. So it's going to be a little bit rough. But maybe it's time to just go ahead and attack anyway. These are getting built. It's just taking time. Let's see what happens. Why the heck not? We got a bunch of level 2s now. See that there. And while we don't know what their levels are, we can probably suspect they're not very high. We broke the door down. That's good. Nice. Ooh, and some crates of some things. Nice.
Your little snots have completely mined out a gold vein.
Mm-hmm. I was afraid of that. Let's get some of the gold that's there on the edges. And also we could probably do a little bit of this here. Just to kind of keep a little bit of income coming in. Well, maybe that wasn't the best spot. There you go. Oops, I didn't mean to slap you. Sorry. Let's do this. Yeah, you're standing in the spikes. You're a moron, dwarf. I mean, dwarf pyro? Is that what it says? I think. I think that's what it says. It's hilarious either way. Alright. And our Naga are doing the healing. That's good too. Let's maybe just come over here and get these guys going. One more. You may proceed. Looks like they might have taken the door down. If not, that's when it just went right there. Probably when it just went right there. Ooh, another door to knock down. There we go. So this is what we have to destroy, I assume? It's like their dungeon heart? Or possibly whatever this leads to in terms of like an elevator or something. That could be it too. Oh, we should also loot their gold here. Imps, come over here. Get that opened up.
Payday.
Alright, well, you all could go try to get paid, but I'm probably going to pick you back up and make you come back over here to work. Yep, gonna do it. Sorry. And then you can go get paid after that. We're laying ruin to them right now. There we go. Okay. Still working on the traps too. That's fine. I should probably put a little bit of a treasury here. Just so they don't have to haul the gold all the way. Just a little one like that. Is that selected? Yes, there we go. Now it is. And hopefully they can move this gold into there too. Because, well, we want the money. Oh, here they come again. I should probably do one more recruit. Do one more orc recruit. We have room for one more anyway. Here in the room. So that'll help. Oh, you gotta put the gold vein in the treasury. Okay, I can do that. Not what I wanted though. Building menu. Here. Let's do this. Presumably that's a little more efficient now. All right. You may proceed. This is probably the Great Hall. And then the Destroyer of Worlds hammer will be upstairs, up the elevator. What's going on over here? What's the question mark?
One of your creatures has died.
Oh no. I can tell they're fighting because they have little crossed swords there. And they're bringing in new people to fight us, so we'll want to keep we fight them.
Defeated for the time being. Satisfied, the essence of absolute evil rubbed something together that could perhaps pass for two hands together.
So how do we spend the
All
essence of
destroying
evil?
had conquered the exit. This left the way to the surface open for its troops. Your little snots have completely mined out a gold vein.
Hamster Wheel of Death. Well, the gold's gone again. I'm not sure how we spend that that evilness. But this is a big chunk of it. Yeah, I'm not sure. What do you have to say? What, you want me to bring you all over there? Is that the deal? We can do that.
The absolute evil's creatures blinked a little as they stepped into the glaring light of the sun.
Okay.
Finally, they could lay waste not only to the boring corridors of the dungeon, but also to the lush green meadows of the Overworld.
Let's do it. So now we have an overworld map, and we're trying to get all the way up to there. Not sure what this is doing by destroying this tent, but I'm assuming it's doing something.
The horrific evil had destroyed a camp in the Overworld.
Ah,
The
that's what
defeated
did.
heroes ran away crying and tried to entrench themselves behind even higher walls.
Clearly. Yeah, that spread quite a bit, actually. Let's go do it. Yeah, I'm not sure how to use the evilness. Because we have plenty of it, but no real guidance on how to use it. Is that explosives? I like explosives.
The
Let's see.
vile evil had destroyed another of the heroes' camps. Screaming at the top of their voices, the survivors took to their heels.
Okay, we got a couple of survivors over there, and there's some folks to rescue over there, too. Of ours. Let's go over there and take care of that. And then we'll have to come over this way, one way or the other. Either route looks like we can go to continue the battle. If I like can I tell them to pick that up or to use that somehow? Apparently not.
You have destroyed a cage.
That's what I intended to do, and that got us a couple of extra, in this case, looks like goblins. There we go. Yeah, there's no room in the hideout. I know, we need a bigger hideout. We'll get there.
I have to protect the blueprint, Snookums. Otherwise, the orcs will eventually end up building some decent machinery here. Well then, keep your chin up, Toodles.
Brynhild, what are you doing? I thought your dwarves could easily handle a few orcs.
Problems, brother mine? Oh, what a shame. I
here it
had
comes.
actually already planned on making myself a tea set out of dwarf skulls.
Talia, your evilness truly knows no bounds. These dwarves are part of the Alliance of Good. You were also once part of that alliance.
Was. Past tense. Were, I guess.
The path to the dwarves' oversized hammer lay open. The trembling heroes prepared themselves for the final battle.
Alright, let's let them heal everybody up real quick. A couple of heals to go. This goblin here. There we go. Okay. In we go. Getting a little toasty over there. Here we go.
Payday.
Well, we're probably not going to make any payments right now because, well, we have stuff to do. See, those crates are destructible there, and there's some over here too, but I'm not sure what destroying the crates actually does. We'll find out, but I'm not sure what it actually does. Because we destroyed those barrels, and, well, it looks like just evilness comes out. Which is fine. There's some here we didn't destroy also, but, like, again, I don't know what the point of the evilness is. Yet. Maybe it's just a sign of evil to destroy somebody's supplies. I could get away with I could get behind that, I guess. Alright. Let's do this. There's lots of gold down here, at least. Oh, we finished. Okay.
The dwarven equipment spectacularly went up in flames, which was rather odd, as the creatures had only been hitting the thing with their weapons. But fine, perhaps horde weapons were made of flint. Yet the distraction provided by the dwarven intervention had shifted the destruction-loving evil's focus long enough for Talia and her stepbrother Tristan to disappear into the distance. With an imaginary sigh, the staggering evil took one last look around before setting off in pursuit. The path led to the Hellwoods, an eerie place claimed by the demonic creatures of the underworld.
Alright, well, that is a win. And this is actually where we should end this because, well, it's an hour. And, yeah, we've been playing for an hour already. So, by all means, take a look at this game on Steam. Give it a try on your own, and let me know what you think about it. And, you know, let me know also, not just what you think about it, but what you think about revisiting it in a month or so when the game comes out on Steam in full release. And we can consider doing that on our channel. So, yeah, thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all next time. Bye for now.